Love music, love talk, love Wycombe Sound.
Monday Movies on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM.
Hello. Welcome to week 3729 of lockdown. Yay.
How exciting. So anyway, I've just been out for a quick drive today. Everything is fine.
How's your eyesight?
My eyesight is absolutely fine.
Good.
I've just tested it. I thought, couldn't quite see the wording on the screen when I was doing some work this morning. I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll drive to Coombe Hill and back.
Nice.
Because that's how you test eyesight.
Political satire.
Thank you very much.
I have
Tobi has no idea what we're talking about because he didn't watch
No.
the press conference.
No, I didn't.
No,
No.
he did not. Okay.
I have a new toy with the live stream / art
Oh God,
recording.
I'm so worried about what you're going to pull out.
No, nothing. You get your mind out of the gutter. I now can cut to.
I look a bit blurred.
Well, you look fine. But I now can cut to each of our cameras, in full screen. So while we're all talking about something.
Oh God.
I mean, as always, Duncan's camera works. Well, actually, no. It's not working as well as it normally does.
No, do I look blurred?
No, but your hair's gone slightly blue because I don't know. I think.
See, I'm looking, and my background is crystal clear, and
you
I
do look a bit blurred. Have you
blurry.
got?
If you take the
was wondering what you were
background
gonna
off, it might work.
Take what off?
Exactly what I was
The
going to say.
background.
Excuse me.
Or switch a light on.
I
It's because
think
it's
it's
too
the
dark.
light. I think it's the light.
See ya. Thanks for coming.
What a pain he is, isn't he? Oh,
I hate him.
yeah, can't stand him. What an absolutely lovely human being he is.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so lovely.
He's so lovely.
He's the
Oh, I
best.
do hope you're talking about me because I can't stand the pair of you.
Duncan Strip.
Mr. Luke Davis, yes, how can I help you?
What is coming up on today's Monday No Movie?
Oh, well, we have got Tobi's top 10 films of his favourite actor.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wonder who that could be.
Oh, I know.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course you do. We've got reviews of Citizen Kane, The Lovebirds, and Little Fires Everywhere. Oh, and Normal People.
And normal people.
And no film news because we've got
cinema's not open.
too much to fit in the show.
We'll do it at the end. Oh,
We'll do film news. There's not a lot, but we'll do it at the end.
We'll do it at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
So a packed show as usual, and obviously, hopefully, Colin will be in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
Mr. Beasley.
Colon Beasley, as his phone
Yes.
likes to translate it to. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we get on with it then?
Well, I think yes, we should. So, Tobi, why don't you do the business, mate?
Sure. It's Monday.
Do the business, all right.
Yes.
Go on, get him in there. Start it. Go on.
Gentleman's back.
It's Monday.
Yes, it is. Oh, sorry,
That's
I was
not
interrupting. Sorry, start again.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Duncan,
No
sorry.
movies.
No, Duncan, you got something on your... sorry, Toby, start again. It's fine, it's gone.
Monday. It's the hair. It's Monday. It's Monday. No movies. Let's start the show.
Monday movies here on Wycombe Sound. Duncan Strip with you alongside Tobi and Luke. As usual, good evening.
Good evening.
How are we both? Enjoying the gorgeous weather?
It's beautiful,
Yes.
isn't it?
It's
Very much
been
so.
lovely, yes. What have we been doing in this 54th week of lockdown?
Just slightly losing it, really.
No point asking you, Luke, because you don't leave the confines of the
No,
house.
and I have no attention. Squirrel! Fan anymore.
Toby, you must have been somewhere, done something.
Well, going for walks, hanging out in the sun in the garden. Nothing spectacular, but
Okay.
trying to get a tan on. So
Trying to get a tan on.
yeah,
Excellent. Okay. Well, yeah. So it's more of the same. But
Pretty
you
much.
can go out now,
Pretty
Luke.
much.
You do know that. You don't have to.
I've been outside. I've been in the garden.
No, you can leave the confines of the
Oh,
grounds
okay.
of your house. You can walk elsewhere if you want to.
If
You
I
are
want
allowed.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
That means walking,
got-
though.
Well, you can go in a car.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You're allowed to drive to go somewhere for a walk.
I don't have a
these
car,
days.
though.
So- oh, I just don't think you want to go anywhere. I think you're happy as you are,
Well, maybe.
aren't you? Coming up on this evening's show, we're going to take a look at the top 10 films of Tobi's favourite actor.
Ooh.
Please don't let it be Tom Hardy.
Please don't let it be Tom Hardy.
We'll have what we've been watching, including a new film, Lovebirds, and the classic Citizen Kane. And we'll take a look at the new digital releases and the new physical releases. Spoiler, there's not a lot this week.
Sure.
And some film news.
How can people get involved?
They can go to facebook.com/Wixo Monday Movies. They can tweet us. We are at Wycombe Sound. You can email mondaymovies@wycombesound.org.uk, or you can WhatsApp us on the number, Luke, is
01494 449900.
I had to get used to it because it's so long since I've read out the number.
Oh, right.
I can't remember what it is.
It's not that hard of a number.
No, I know, but when you haven't read it out really for a few weeks.
Oh, okay. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now.
Are we?
Hi.
Just do my hair?
Yeah, too late for that now.
There, that's better, isn't it?
Won't
Yeah,
look as
live
good
on
as Tobi
Facebook
does.
and YouTube. So if you want to get in contact, please do. If you want to tell us what you've been watching over the last 7 days, we would like to know. Me especially, because I'm running out of things to watch.
Have you watched
all my series?
Have you watched Sex Education yet?
No.
Right, well there we go then.
No,
Until you've watched that, you can't say that because we both told you about a year ago, possibly.
Right. If I had a list of the things that I've told you two you had to watch and you haven't bothered, I think I win.
Yeah, that's
It's not a competition,
that's fair.
but I win.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, everything on BBC, the BBC and Sky seems to be finishing, and I'm running out.
Right,
It's getting a little bit. Yeah, I need stuff to watch, but don't worry because Bake Off the Professionals is back this week, and Celebrity MasterChef starts in a couple of weeks. So you know,
Are you not on that yet?
what Celebrity MasterChef or Bake Off the Professionals? Not yet. No.
Okay.
Although having a look at the list of or the picture with the 24 people who however many it is that are going to be on Celebrity MasterChef, I think I named 10 of them.
Well, there's something for the podcast for us to do later on.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I haven't looked up the names.
No,
but just
okay.
based on the pictures.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that in the
okay,
extras.
we can bring that
We'll
up
do
in the
that in the
extras. Okay, because it's not really film related. Is
Not
it?
really, no.
I mean, Tom Cruise isn't doing it.
Is he not? There's a
Wouldn't that be
surprise.
funny if he turned up on Celebrity MasterChef.
That'd be great.
Oh dear. Okay, so we're kicking off with the top 10 now because normally we do the home entertainment top 10, but I found that it's quite dull because it's the same 10 films every week. And if I hear Toby Stubbs say Joker, loved it, and one of my favourite films, I'm just going to go bonkers. And now 1917's in there, and it's just Toby going favourite film of the year. I can't deal with it anymore.
You're done.
Recommend
You're
it.
done.
So we're doing top 10 films by our favourite actors. We're kicking off with Toby. Toby, who's your favourite actor?
Hang on. I think for this, there should be like a. Don't you think there should be like some sort of a fanfare maybe that Toby should say it? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Toby, who is the lucky winner that is your favourite actor?
Bradley Cooper.
Well, that wasn't the most enthusiastic reveal I've ever heard.
No. Do it again with a bit more
Bradley
enthusiasm.
Cooper.
Ready?
Okay.
So,
Bradley Cooper.
Okay, Bradley Cooper. Right, let's do your top 10. Toby,
Okay,
over to you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. Before I selected Bradley Cooper, I was thinking about there's many different actors. I mean, Jason Bateman's one of mine. Tom Cruise, he's not one of my favourites, but he's been in a lot of different films. Obviously, Tom Hardy, but I know you're not the biggest fan.
You're allowed to. You could have picked him. It's fine. I mean, I would have ripped the top 10 to shreds.
You did ask me last week not to, so I.
Oh well, I apologise for that.
So I didn't. But Bradley Cooper. I mean, if a film comes up and Bradley Cooper's in it, I will be very intrigued to watch it. I think he's a very good actor. He very nearly didn't act. He very nearly quit. I think he did The Elephant Man, which was a play he did in the States when he was starting off. And in London.
Did it in London as well.
But then he just, I vaguely remember watching an interview with him, and he did loads of auditions and he wasn't getting anything, and time was obviously going on, and he just thought, is this the right thing to do? And then he got the Alias TV series.
Do you know? I had no idea he was in Alias.
Yeah, no, he was in that, and it was only a small supporting role, and he I think that kind of saved him a little bit. That gave him a little bit of hope, and then he got things after that. So,
Okay.
but anyway,
So it's all very professional so far.
Have you got notes?
Impressed.
so far, yeah. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Good.
Okay, so number 10 is the A-Team, which was made in 2010, and it goes off from the TV show, which was big in the 70s, I want to say.
I'm going to say 80s because I know
80s, sorry.
Boy George guest starred in one episode, so it must be the 80s, yeah.
80s, sorry. And it also stars Liam Neeson, Quinton Jackson, and Sharlto Copley, who is the main guy out of District 9, which is another great film. But yeah, so Bradley Cooper plays Face. Now it's they're kind of a team.
Hang on a minute. Can I just say, if you're watching on the stream, sorry the fact that Toby's face has gone slightly see-through.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, dear.
Is it?
I think it's because his camera's the lighting is so bad that the stream's just gone, no, we're just going to turn his face blue. So sorry about that.
Okay.
Carry on, Toby.
Oh, okay. So it follows on from the TV series, and it's a great action film. And I think Bradley Cooper's performance in it was great. To be honest, I haven't watched it. The reason why I put it as number 10 is I haven't seen it in so long. But it's a really good action film, and it's basically the same as the TV series. I don't know if you've seen this, Duncan.
I have, and I yes, I was quite because I hated I didn't actually watch the TV series
Because I've never actually seen the originals. I've never seen the TV series.
No, I think I may have seen odd episodes now and again, but not very many. I didn't watch it religiously. But no, this was surprised. This was kind of like the new version of Charlie's Angels. In that I went in expecting it to be pretty terrible, and it's very enjoyable.
No,
I mean, I would certainly put this way above some of the films that are above it in your top 10.
Oh, really?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
The funny thing is, when I was going through, like he is he's probably my favourite actor. But out of all the top 10 films, I mean, 3 of them are from the same series, so there's not much to. And one of them's a voice.
I mean, you've missed. I mean, we'll get to it at the end, but you've missed some fantastic films.
Let's just hang on. So let's just think. So he's given his first one, and already Duncan doesn't agree. Who's that coming?
No, I don't agree because I think it should be a lot higher.
No, but
anyway, carry on.
I know which film you're talking about, and I actually haven't seen it. That's why it's not in there.
There's quite a few actually.
Oh, okay, all right,
yeah,
okay.
And I'm sure there's one that Luke is going to be furious, isn't it, in there?
Right. Okay. I think I know which one you're talking about as well.
Okay.
Okay. So number 9 is The Hangover 2. So this is the second in the series. It's Stu's wedding, and if you've watched the films, he's the dentist. But they go to Thailand, and basically nothing goes to plan. Obviously, it's the Hangover series, and it goes a bit all over the place. But yeah, I think as the first one we'll come to later, but the second one in the series, I still thought it was a good film. A lot of laughs, and Bradley Cooper's character. There's kind of 4 main characters, the guys in this, and Bradley Cooper's character is my favourite by far. So.
Okay, I mean, I hated it, but I hated both of the sequels. So
it's been a very long time. I can remember seeing the first Hangover and enjoying it, and I'm pretty sure I liked the second one as well. But I can't. I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't picture it. Unlike the first one, where I can.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure about the third one.
Okay.
Well, we'll just skim over number 8 quickly. I mean, this is the third one.
What happens in that film? Tell me.
It's where
someone gets a hangover.
That's the one.
No,
yeah.
That's the one.
No, one of them get abducted, and then they're basically trying to find the money to pay the ransom to get him back. The whole film.
Didn't that happen in the first one?
Yes.
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 Right. Okay.
But, yeah, it's still. It's from what I can remember. It was still pretty good. But I preferred the first 2, I believe.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But anyway, we'll skip over that. Okay.
Okay.
Luke, you can talk about this one as well. Number 7. Obviously, he's not in it, but his voice is in it, so we'll cheat a bit there. But it's Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
But I think the fact that he's not in it, and the fact that Rocket is a fan favourite. Just shows that how well he does in that character and as a voice actor, because I think he's brilliant.
He does. He is really, really good. And this film, the soundtrack was absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
And I obviously growing up, I heard about Spider-Man and Batman and stuff, but I never really knew. I buy loads of comics, so Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't something I was familiar with. So I didn't really know about Star-Lord and all the others.
Oh, you're right there, Duncan. You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine. You
Just
carry
having
on.
a little yawn. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
Sorry, Duncan. We'll get through this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
It's because it's not about him. That's what it is. He's like, whatever.
And I remember when it came out. To be honest, again, it's every time I go and see a film with no expectations, I actually always normally come out. What's the word? Yeah, liking it. I've forgotten the word I meant to say, but pleasantly surprised.
There we go.
I always come out pleasantly surprised.
Again, I think it should be higher in your top 10, but it's your top 10, Toby, so that's fine.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6, Yes Man. So funny enough, I watched this again recently. It's a Jim Carrey's the main role in this one. And it's about Bradley Cooper plays his best friend, and Jim Carrey's character, he doesn't really want to do anything. His girlfriend's just moved on with someone else, and he feels really upset about it. And he just, Bradley Cooper's trying to get him out and, come out for a few drinks, meet some people, and he's just he just wants to stay in and be on his own. And then finally, he gets convinced to go and see this Yes Man, and you've got to say yes to everything in life. Now, obviously, that's a bit crazy, but anyway, in the film, saying yes and agreeing to everything, he actually meets someone really nice. So, but I thought it was a really good film. Bradley Cooper plays a great best friend, and I highly recommend it.
Yes, it's very good. Based on a book by the British comedian Danny Wallace.
Yes,
who did it for a year.
But I think Jim Carrey, I want to say, had something to do with the funding or something. Jim Carrey, the
film, possibly. Yeah, they bought the rights to the book from Danny Wallace.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Jim Carrey had a big influence on that film.
Yeah, it's a very funny book. If you get to read it,
I haven't read it, but the film
very good.
Pretty good. Okay, number 5, Wedding Crashers. So this was a film I watched when I was a teenager and absolutely loved it. It's Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and obviously they play wedding crashers. So they go to loads of weddings, crash them, and meet loads of people there. And anyway, they go to one and they kind of latch on to the family. And Bradley Cooper plays to be honest, this is actually the first film I saw him in. And he has really short hair in it as well, so he doesn't look like he does nowadays. But he plays I think he's engaged to the sister of the family. Is that right? I can't. It's been so long. Have you seen it?
I saw it on release. I haven't seen it since.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for years. But I remember he played the character so well because Owen Wilson is trying, even though the girl's with Bradley Cooper, Owen Wilson is trying to kind of get with her, and you should be on Bradley Cooper's side, but you're not because he plays such a horrible character. But this, as I said, this was the first film I actually saw Bradley in, and I thought great film, very funny, and highly recommend it as well.
Good. I remember liking it, but I haven't seen it for years. So
I need to rewatch it.
Number 4,
Limitless. Now this is a really, really, really great film. It's Bradley Cooper again as the lead. He plays a writer, and he's just lost his fiancée, and
sorry, it's careless.
Oh, okay. And he plays a writer, and he's really, in the beginning of the film, he's really scruffy. He's kind of lazy. He wants to write books, but he has no motivation to do so. And long story short, he meets this guy who I can't remember what they're called now, who makes this certain drug which enhances your brain, and it opens up this part of your brain where you're so motivated and you could learn so much more quickly. And him finding these drugs and getting these drugs, he's able to write an amazing book which gets picked up, and he completely turns his life around. Makes loads of money, has shares in the stock market, learns the stock market on this drug because he's such a quick learner, and I think it's a really great film. Again, highly recommend it.
Again, another one I only saw when it was released, so I can't remember much about it. But there is a TV series based on it as well, produced by Bradley Cooper.
I think he has a cameo. I haven't actually seen the TV series. He has a cameo, but he's not really that involved.
Okay.
As far as I'm
Limitless
aware.
number 4, number 3.
Number 3, American Sniper. Now, when I went to watch this in the cinema, and I was blown away. Now, before I dive into this, there is a lot of controversy about this film, but for when I went to go and watch it, for me, films are art, so I try and put the political and factual side to the wayside a little bit, and just watch it as a film. Now it follows. Bradley Cooper plays this sniper. I think he got the most kills, or he's the best, most lethal sniper in the US military, and it follows him into the army, and basically he's kind of really respected for getting all these kills, which obviously sounds a bit weird, but that's what he was known for. But he plays this sniper, and I think it's a really, really powerful film. And I think it was he acted amazingly in it. It's directed by Clint Eastwood. But I remember coming out of the film being like, "Wow, that is definitely one of my favourite films." What do you think, Duncan? Oh,
I think Duncan's gone.
I think Duncan's gone.
Move to 2, Toby. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you know, we'll get Duncan's opinion on that one later.
We don't need his opinion.
But it's funny. Just I remember, because I went to go and see it with my dad in the cinema. I remember coming out of it, and the sound was incredible.
Yeah.
I remember the explosions and the guns. And funny enough, a few months later, it won an Oscar for best sound. I was like, oh, there you go.
My judgment is good.
But yeah, so moving on to number 2, which is the first Hangover. Now, this is one of my all-time favourite comedies. I think it came out when I was... when
did it come out? It feels like it was ages ago.
Yeah, I want to say 11 years ago. I'm just going to check.
2009.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 11 years ago. So I was 15. And I remember absolutely loving this film. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so well written. Todd Phillips as well. And it was just such a great film. I thought it was such a great concept as well, because I think most films in that era, you kind of saw the situation or you saw what happened. But the great thing about this film is it starts at the beginning of the night, and then you don't actually see the night. You just see the morning after, and you are learning with the characters about what happened. You know, they find clues in the morning, and then they kind of have a trigger of a memory like, oh yeah, that did happen. And I think it's such a great concept, because even though you want to see the night, you don't. And I just thought it was such a great film. I love Bradley Cooper's character in this. I mean, I remember when he plays a school teacher, and he's going away for the long weekend with his friends, and that's where the movie starts. And I remember as soon as the bell goes, he's walking out of school, and one of the kids tries to talk to him, and he's like, "It's the weekend. You did not exist." Like, it's just, I think that was just great. And yeah, such a great movie, and it had such a good soundtrack as well. So I highly recommend this.
Yeah,
film.
I remember. I haven't watched Hangover for a very, very long time, but I can really remember enjoying it. I'm guessing Duncan's going to say that he doesn't enjoy this film.
I remember enjoying it when I saw it at the cinema, but I watched it a year or so ago, and that was the first time in 10 years. And I remember being disappointed how mean-spirited it was, and I didn't laugh when I watched it on TV.
Really?
Last time I found it quite nasty and mean-spirited.
Okay.
But still way better than the first two. The second two. Sorry, way better.
Yeah.
That is the number 10 to number 2. We'll find out what is number 1 in just a couple of minutes.
This is Wycombe Sound.
Welcome back to Monday Movies here on Wycombe Sound. We're about to find out what the number 1 film in Tobi's Bradley Cooper top 10 is. But first, we've got some breaking news from the slightly delayed press briefing from Downing Street. The Prime Minister has announced that outdoor markets and car showrooms will be allowed to reopen from next week as part of phase 2 of COVID-19 restrictions. Speaking during the daily number 10 press briefing, Boris Johnson said from June the 1st, both markets and car dealerships will reopen for business, as the transmission rate for the virus is much lower outside. From June the 15th, all other non-essential retail, ranging from department stores to small independent shops, will also be allowed to reopen. as long as death tolls and infection rates continue to fall. Fresh guidance will be published today for the retail sector so they can start plans for implementing safety measures to make sure they meet the social distancing and hygiene standards. Things are coming back to normal slowly.
They are, very slowly.
Slowly.
Yes, very slowly. I wondered why car dealerships before other shops and stuff, but obviously with a car dealership,
outside,
I guess you don't have to go
No.
inside. It can be done outside.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there we go. If you've been sitting indoors for 9 weeks thinking, I need a new Mondeo, now on Monday you can rush out and buy one.
Other cars are, of course, available as well.
Oh, of course they are. Yeah. I should have said Mercedes in case they're listening and they'll send us a free one. That's how it works, isn't it? You say something on the radio and
yeah.
someone sends you something.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Yeah.
Porsche. Just throwing it
out
out
there. Okay, good.
Anyway, Toby, back to you. Your top 10 Bradley Cooper films. What is at number 1?
Number 1 is 2018's release of A Star Is Born.
Ooh.
No.
Now this film absolutely blew me away. I thought the story was incredible. I thought the on-screen performances by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga were amazing. I thought their chemistry was amazing. I remember watching the film. The opening goes straight into a rock song called Black Eyes, which is Bradley Cooper singing. And I just literally instantly I was hooked, and I was like, I'm going to like this film definitely. But I think overall it shows a great. It shows their relationship really well. The soundtrack in it is amazing. The music in it is really, really good. And I think performances from both Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper are amazing.
And you hadn't seen the original films either, had you? The other two?
Oh, I hadn't. No.
No. So you're going into it fresh.
Yeah. I was going into it fresh, unlike Duncan.
What do you say it like that for? Just because
Unlike
I've watched some
Duncan.
films?
No,
Come on.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I even didn't correct Luke when he said the other 2. Then I normally I would have jumped in and said 3.
Oh, sorry, 3.
But no, I didn't, because I'm a changed person.
No, you're not.
Yes, hard to argue with A Star Is Born being your number 1. Very good. Some that were missing. I mean, Luke, he hasn't got Avengers Endgame in there.
No, but he had. But Rocket's not really in much of Endgame.
Well, that's
really.
You know what? That's why I didn't choose. I did think that. I did think about putting Endgame in there, but
If anything, he's more in Infinity War than.
Oh well.
oh,
Luke, can you believe he hasn't got Avengers Infinity War in there?
No, because it's still not his film.
All right, moving on then. I didn't realise you were going to gang up on me. Missing, I would say. I mean, I wouldn't have any of the Hangovers in there.
Not even the first one.
Not even the first one. Silver Linings Playbook.
haven't seen it.
Which is really, really good. Him and Jennifer Lawrence. I think he was Oscar nominated for that. Place Beyond the Pines.
That's the one. Yeah, I really want to see
which
this.
is very good, and also American Hustle.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
Which is very, very good. Again, from the same director as Silver Linings Playbook. Very good film.
Okay.
If you haven't seen American Hustle, try and rent it. It stars. It's Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Jennifer Lawrence, Jack Houston, Michael Pena.
Wow.
It's got a huge, and it's directed by David O. Russell. It's a really good film. Really good.
Big cast.
So, yeah, but not bad. Not a bad top 10.
I bet you're so glad, Toby, that Duncan likes your top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure where
he
the
likes
attitude's
something.
coming from tonight, but I'm not loving it.
Not bad. It's not bad. Top 10, Toby. Well done, Toby. I've not spoken to you in a week.
I know what's going on.
Because you went and did breakfast, you traitor. That's what it was.
I was asked to do it. Do you know what?
right,
If you wanted a week off, you could have asked me to do drive time. I would happily have done it.
Okay.
Next week it's you, Luke.
Right. Okay.
Do you know who you're going to pick?
Absolutely no idea.
Oh, well, it can be director or actor,
Okay.
so you can pick one or the other. So
Don't
it'll
think
be
that's
your
as much
top
help,
10,
but okay, good.
and I'll try and be very positive about it, even if I hate it.
Can I just not do my favourite top 10 films?
No,
No. Okay.
it's going to be more specific.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just going to be Marvel films. Where's the fun in that?
That's not true.
Oh, actually, you could pick Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I
and
was
just
gonna
have
say.
Marvel films, couldn't you?
Thank you. Yes,
I'm
could.
banning that. You're not allowed to do that. Sorry. But that will be next week. Now we've got what we've been. Oh no! Now
me?
we've got
What we've been watching.
Sorry, there we go. What we've been watching. Now, I'm not sure if either of you have been watching anything. Luke hasn't watched anything.
No, I have no attention span at all.
Not even the film that I asked you both to watch.
Well, let's just get
the
this
new
out of the way,
Netflix film.
So I think
The
Duncan,
new Netflix film.
I think you're breaking up,
Yeah.
Duncan.
Am I breaking up?
No, just getting.
Oh, you just presenting. Yes, Toby, the new Netflix film, The Lovebirds.
Did you ask us to watch that?
Absolutely, in the same message
Last
that I asked about Citizen Kane.
Yeah, it's about an hour and 20 minutes long or something.
Oh, okay. I did not see that. Otherwise, I would have watched it.
So you didn't watch it?
No.
Well, I'll watch it for next week. So
I mean,
you said Citizen Kane last week. You didn't say The Lovebirds.
no, I sent you. I can't believe we're talking about this on there. I sent you a message this week.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Yes, to ask you to watch it. So okay.
Sorry.
So hang on a second. Now,
Yeah, you got me in a huff.
no, I can't find what I'm looking for because I've been
Right,
put,
you two.
and I still can't. Hang on a second.
It's fine. What should we do then? Do we have should we sing a Toby? Sing a song.
No, we're doing The Lovebirds. So The Lovebirds, the film that I asked you both to watch and neither of you could be bothered to watch. So this is a new film. It's premiered on Netflix on Friday. It's actually a Paramount film that was due for cinema release on Friday. But because there are no cinema releases at the moment, Netflix swooped in, bought the rights to show on their platform. It's about a couple, Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani, who experience a defining moment in their relationship when they are unintentionally embroiled in a murder mystery. So it's a kind of an old-fashioned 80s style buddy comedy police thriller, but without the policeman. So it opens with the two main characters, Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani, on a date, falling in love and finding that that they've got everything in common and they're destined to be together. And after 5 minutes, it skipped forward 4 years to them having a very similar conversation as they're getting ready to go to a dinner party, only they're now getting on each other's nerves and they're ready to break up. As they're arguing in the car on the way to the party, a bike pulls out in front of them and they knock him over. While they're worried about what's happening, someone claiming to be a police officer commandeers their car and runs him over again 5 or 6 times to kill him, and then runs off. And then they think the police are after them, so they think they've got to solve this crime, find the killer, find out who was the guy on the bike, to clear their names. So it's very old-fashioned, 80s style buddy comedy with romance thrown in, with two very, very likable lead actors doing a very good job.
I feel like there is a butt coming up. Like
you always say that.
Yeah.
You always.
Well,
say
I know
that.
how you work.
They're two. I mean, they're very likable. Their banter is very funny.
It's definitely a butt coming up.
They've got some very funny lines.
Here we go.
The thing that was missing was it was as though they hadn't bothered about the plot.
Right.
Because they seem to, after the first half hour, kind of give up on the plot a bit, and then when it is all tied up at the end, it was a little bit of really, that was it? That was what we were waiting for? So if you want to watch it as a buddy comedy romance, then fine. If you're going in for the thriller part and the whodunit part, don't bother.
I mean, how was this film advertised as? Was it advertised as a
comedy thriller?
Right, okay.
Yeah. And I think watching it on the small screen on Netflix, I've probably got a higher opinion of it than I would have if I'd seen it on the big screen at the cinema.
Right, okay.
I think it would have looked a lot flimsier on the big screen. But the two, Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani was obviously, he did Lovesick, which he wrote, which was based on his life with his girlfriend. And he was in Silicon Valley, one of the main stars of Silicon Valley. He's very good. And Issa Rae, she was in, I'm not sure what she's famous for. No, I don't know. Nothing very famous. But she's really good. And their chemistry is fantastic. So it's a good Saturday night with a beer and a pizza. Easy watch.
Easy watch.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
I'm waiting for Luke to ask me for my out of 10, but he seems to have forgotten how the show works.
Duncan,
out of 10.
What would you give it out of 10?
6.
Not bad.
Not bad.
6. So the other thing we were going to watch was Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is one of many RKO films that have now been put onto the BBC iPlayer. You can watch Bringing Up Baby, the original King Kong. There's 31 films they put onto the iPlayer that you can watch for free. Citizen Kane, often cited as one of the greatest films ever made. Toby, what did you think?
Well, I don't. I don't think I was in the right frame of mind when I put it on, because I didn't finish it. If I'm going to say the least.
Just gonna hide while you have an argument. Just gonna go over here.
No, I watched about the first 25 minutes, and I don't know, I just wasn't engaged at all, and I just turned it off. I just don't think I was. I'm going to give it another go, definitely, but I just don't think I was in the right frame of mind.
Okay, so you watched 20 minutes and turned it off. That's Toby. Luke?
I saw it ages ago, and as you said, and as someone that's, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I did 3 years of film and TV, and
it's Monday Movies Bingo!
Ding! We spent a good chunk of lessons on this film, because as you mentioned, it's known as one of the greatest films. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. We did that and Clockwork Orange, back to back.
Oh, good pair.
Yeah.
So I watched it again yesterday. Made my other half watch it for the first time. He'd never seen it before. It's got everything that he hates. It's black and white. It's not in widescreen, so that's not.
It's an old film.
It's an old film. It's 1941. The thing you have to remember when watching Citizen Kane is Orson Welles had never made a film before. He came to this. He wrote, directed, and starred in it. He came to it with his theatre company, none of whom had been in films before, and they didn't know how to make a film. And they reinvented cinema virtually. Right. The lighting in some of the scenes, especially the famous scene which is in the Thatcher Library, with the light pouring down the table. A lot of the scenes are straight out of theatre, the way they cinema didn't, and because there was no one there to tell them not to do it. They just created their own cinema, really, which changed the way films were made. I think it was the first time that sets had. Why you're laughing, Luke? Have I said something incorrect?
You keep dropping out. I'm just waiting to pick up with. But you're on at the minute. So carry on.
Okay. I think, as far as I know, it's the first time that they had sets with actual ceilings. Yep. And to film from low angles, they dug trenches in the sets so that they could film from low angles to film the ceilings. And I think it was the first film with overlapping dialogue, where two people would speak at the same time, like in real life. Yeah. A character wasn't waiting for another one to finish its conversation. And even now, it holds up. Some of the scenes are visually stunning, and it helps that the story is just a rollicking good ride. It's about a newspaper magnate who dies alone, says his last words of Rosebud, and the press are trying to find out what Rosebud was, trying to find out what made him tick. And it's still, I mean, it was a failure on release. I think this was the correct, because at the time there was a newspaper magnate called Randolph Hearst, who owned all newspapers and cinemas, and he assumed it was about him, which Orson Welles insisted it wasn't, when in fact, of course, it was, and he refused his paper. Which is why on
Go on, keep going.
Gone?
Keep going.
I think, and that is why it wasn't well. It was well received on release, but it wasn't very well. It didn't make a lot of money because it wasn't shown in a lot of cinemas. And after watching it yesterday, it still holds up. It is still a masterful work of cinema, I think.
I would completely agree. I think that it's one of those films that I think everyone needs to see at least once, just because it is a. Yes,
I mean, I honestly thought my other half would. Oh, sorry.
No,
am I going again?
No, you just.
I honestly thought my other half would walk out of the room after half an hour or something, no. But no, he was engrossed and really liked it. Sorry, I was cutting you off.
I think it's just one of those films that everyone needs to see because it's well known in British film history. It's well known as in history of films for not only being liked by everyone, but because of the technical aspects of it as well.
I think I was just in the wrong mood.
Are you going to try again, Toby?
Yes, I'm going to try again this week.
Good.
So,
Okay. Good.
yeah.
So that is Citizen Kane, which is available now to view for free on the iPlayer, and the Lovebirds, which is available to stream on Netflix.
How long are they on iPlayer for?
I think it's 2 years now.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
I think you got quite some time, I think. We'll be back with reviews of some more what we've been watching and some very interesting film news.
Love music, love talk, love Wycombe Sound.
Welcome back to Monday Movies here on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM. It is 7:43. Coming up after the news at 8 o'clock, Colin will be here with Chatsworth, and he joins us now. Good evening, Colin.
Very good evening to you. Very good evening to you.
How are you, sir?
I'm dressing my people. Hello to you all.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you good?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you all?
I'm very well, thank you.
you.
Very well. Luke was saying it's the Luke and Colin station today because
special.
you kicked the morning off with breakfast, and then you're doing 8 till 10.
Thank you for noticing, yes.
Yeah,
And
I was on between
Luke's done
1 and
most
8.
of the day. Yeah.
Yes, have you got a favourite yacht rock hit?
Yes, I do. It's probably. Tell me what's coming up on your show, and I'll remember what it is.
Colin, what's coming up on your show?
Christopher Cross,
Well.
Ride Like the Wind.
Very good, good answer.
Thank you.
I tell you what's coming on the show now, do I?
Go on then, go.
That's how this works, yeah.
Well, following their appearance on Britain's Got Talent, don't ask me how I know they were on, the Noise Next Door, who we spoke to just ahead of their tour show at
They were very
Northern Farm.
good.
They were very good, weren't they? So that's a really good kind of sort of sample, if you like, of what their show is. So we'll be chatting to Tom, who's the big tall guy in the green jacket. He always seems to wear a green jacket.
It's his colour.
Yeah, that's why I
Branding.
said his colour's done.
Branding is everything.
Brings out the green in his eyes.
Exactly.
We'll be hearing from him after 8 and playing you some top music, borrowed, influenced from Drive Time.
Thank you. And then
You
you're
made
back.
me feel hungry now because you said after 8.
It doesn't take much to make you hungry. I'm going to be back with the breakfast show tomorrow.
it does not.
Yes, breakfast show tomorrow. Very good. I say it's very good. I mean, yes,
All right.
it'll be very good. Yes, from 7. We started
will
at
be
8 this
very
morning,
good,
but
yeah.
early. From 7. We're hearing. I started a sort of thing of the week of lockdown-related songs. So I played "Zoom" by Fat Larry's
Nice.
band, and then tomorrow will be to do with jogging.
Yes.
I did that last week. I did
Jogging.
inappropriate lockdown songs.
I thought you meant you jogged last week.
No, don't
No,
be
no,
silly.
no. On breakfast, we did inappropriate lockdown songs.
Oh, excellent. Well, I've gone the other
So,
way.
"Move Closer" by Phyllis Nelson.
Ah, very good.
That if
Beatles.
if Duncan had been out jogging, that would have been in the local news headlines.
Yeah. Small earthquake in
He'll be
Wycombe.
getting his breath back now.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, thank you, Colin.
Thank you very much.
Woo, Colin!
whoa, Colin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chatsworth coming up after the news at 8 o'clock. Right. Any particular reason for the Hallelujah chorus at that point?
I misclick.
Excellent. Good. Some more what we've been watching. So nothing from you two. Not even another episode of Black Mirror, Toby. Not even
No, I've seen-
the episode of Black Mirror I keep asking you to watch.
I've seen all of Normal People.
All of what?
Normal people.
Normal People.
Oh, talk about normal people.
So this was a series, funny enough, recommended by my mum, which is which is a bit like okay. But anyway, so this is a series based in Ireland, and it's with two actors that I haven't actually seen in another program, and they both go to school together. One's a boy who's very popular and sporty, and one's a girl who doesn't talk to anyone. She doesn't have a great relationship with her other family members, and she keeps herself to herself. And then they start to fall in love with each other, and it's not your typical love story. Things don't really go to plan. There's a lot of chop and changing in it. I think the scenes and the cinematography are so invasive. I think literally, like some of the explicit scenes is like you're opening someone's bedroom door and watching. Like it's that explicit.
That was my other half, Amy, has watched the series, and she said that how it was nice that in those scenes it was very realistic and wasn't like a movie when it's just like everything goes really well and woo, yay.
I agree. It's very realistic, and I think
Is that what you do at the end?
No.
In the end, you go, woo, yay! We got through it. Yes.
And
Oh,
I just
dear.
thought,
No broken bones. Yes.
and jeez, and yeah, I just thought the two leads were absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was like they're not acting. It literally is like you're watching a real relationship,
Yeah.
real people.
And I think that's why it's worked so well, because I think if it was like a normal TV program or like a normal film and it's all, everything's going really well and, there's
Woohoo!
Woohoo, yeah, there's birds in the sky and everything like that, I think it wouldn't have had the appeal.
Have you watched it then,
Yeah.
Luke?
I've watched a couple of episodes, yeah, I need to watch the rest of them. But
Right, so
It's-
Toby, do I need to watch it? Because
yes, you do.
I do recommend it. If anyone is listening, don't watch it with other family members. Definitely don't watch it with other family members. You will, because it's one of the most explicit things I've ever seen
Yeah.
on screen. friend
my friend Shona started watching it at 10 o'clock one night and watched every episode through to early hours in the morning. And other people have told me, got to watch it, it's brilliant. Every clip that I watch on TV and trailer and things, I just look at it and think, God, it looks so dull. But it's not.
Don't watch it. I mean, it took me about an episode or two to kind of get hooked. But once you do get hooked, it is really good. But it's, the problem, it's a love story, but it's not that straightforward, shall I say?
Warts and all.
Okay.
But definitely don't watch it with family members. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I've only got one family member in the house. I can watch it with my other half, can't I?
You can indeed.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
talking
you very
more
much.
about don't
Parents.
watch it with your parents. And,
Well, they're not allowed here, so
No.
mainly
All right,
because
but
one of them's dead
and
and the other one is 90 and lives 25 miles away.
And if you're a parent, don't watch it with your children. Either.
No.
So
Okay.
that's
So that is Normal People, which is available, all episodes available now on the BBC iPlayer.
and-
Anything else, Toby?
no, I've pretty much just watched that and
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
some news related to that though.
Yeah.
go on.
And that is that the BBC are thinking about bringing BBC Three back because of the
I know.
success of Fleabag and Normal People and others.
Yeah. Terrible decision to get rid of BBC
Yeah.
4 for BBC 3.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that's on BBC 3 could so easily be on BBC 1 or BBC
Oh,
2.
well, I mean, it has
But
been though. It has been on they've put BBC Three stuff on in the evening now, so it's like
I know. And
what's the point?
BBC 4 does stuff that isn't going to get a platform on BBC 1
No.
or BBC 2. So it's a shame.
Bring it back is what I say.
Bring
Well,
it back.
if
Well, it hasn't
you-
gone yet.
If you both watch it, like if you both finish the series, then we can.
Do you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I'm going to do, Toby? I'm going to do something that neither of you ever do. I'm going to watch the whole thing
Yeah.
by next week.
Wow,
okay?
well done.
Well, I've watched the whole thing.
Yeah, he's
Or
watched
maybe
it.
I'll just watch one episode and go, no, didn't like it. I will watch the whole thing by next week, and so will Luke, won't you, Luke?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Watch it with your mother.
No, thank you.
No,
Okay.
I really wouldn't.
A couple of things from me. I'm rewatching Tales from the Loop. Talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I've watched all 8 episodes. My other half is now watching them and loving it, and I'm enjoying it even more. You get so much more out of it the second time. This is an Amazon Prime original series. It's 8 episodes. It's science fiction / drama. Every episode is incredibly moving. It's about life and the passage of time and the past. It's very hard to describe because it looks like it's set in the 50s, but it's not. It's science fiction, but there's no gadgets and there's no special effects. What it does is very clever, and I think we're 4 episodes in, so I've watched the first 4 episodes twice now, and this is my favourite TV series of the year so far.
Wow. What's it called? Sorry.
Tales from the Loop.
Sounds familiar. Okay.
And it's on Amazon Prime. It
I
is
don't have
it
that.
is really, really, really good.
Okay.
Highly recommend it. And also on Amazon Prime, there's a new series which dropped on Friday. It's called Little Fires Everywhere. So this is, I've forgotten her name again.
Good, well done you.
Hang on.
All right.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Reese Witherspoon sort of disappeared from screens for quite some time. She set up her own production company, and she's an avid reader. She has a very famous book club in America. And what she's started doing is buying up the rights to books so that she can film them and be the producer. The first one she did was Big Little Lies, which was a huge success on Sky Atlantic and HBO, which she starred in with Nicole Kidman and Laura Dern. This is the second book that she liked, Little Fire. I don't know if every book she's read has got the word little in it. I'm not sure. This is called Little Fires Everywhere. She's starring in it as well as producing it again. We watched the first episode yesterday. She stars as a mother of 4, very well off, living in a big house, who rents her second home to a woman she finds homeless living in a van. She then gives the woman the job as her housekeeper. The woman has a daughter. They've got a strained relationship, and it opens with Reese Witherspoon's house burning down. And then we're flashing back a few days to find out what happened. In that respect, it's very similar to Big Little Lies, which started with a murder and flashback to all the relationships. And Reese Witherspoon's character in this is not dissimilar to her character in Big Little Lies either. It's very similar. But it was the episode I saw was directed by it's quite timely, Lynn Shelton, who's an indie film director who died of a rare blood disease 2 weeks ago. So before this was even broadcast. And she directed 4 of the episodes. But it looks very expensive. It's very well acted. It's very well made. And the first episode was very intriguing.
There you go.
There you go. It sounds like and what did you say it was on Amazon?
It's on Amazon Prime. It came out on Friday. It's called Little Fires Everywhere.
I would, if I had Amazon Prime, I would watch an episode, but I don't.
Yeah, you should. Well, your girlfriend's got Amazon Prime.
That's true. Yeah.
There you go. You've got no. You're trying to make excuses where there are none.
Okay.
Am I right?
Possibly.
I am right. Yes.
Another thing I've been recommended to watch is The Last Dance, which is
yes, I have as well.
Documentary. See, I'm not. So the funny thing is, my friend who recommended it to me, he's not into basketball at all, and he said after watching this documentary, he's considering now supporting a team. It's literally completely pulled him over. So,
yeah, I've never watched. I never liked basketball either, but I know people who've said this is fantastic.
Basketball. I like it.
Oh yeah, I love playing it as well.
You're such a liar. You've never played basketball in your life. Not out of school.
Oh God, no.
No, there we go.
No.
But it's obviously much bigger in America than over here. So
yes,
it's strange.
Well, I might watch it.
It's strange that like American football, obviously at one point was massive over here and still kind of is, but basketball never did.
No.
Really.
Well, this documentary is. I'm seeing a lot about it on Twitter. I'm seeing a lot about it. It's being talked about. So
yes, it's been talked about a lot, but it's just a thought that it's a quite a long series about basketball, about a certain basketball team.
But
Michael Jordan.
There was that wrestling series that you didn't think was going to be any good, but you loved it. Was it wrestling?
Yeah, but that wasn't a documentary.
No, okay, well that's true.
That was a comedy drama, slightly different.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
Is that fighting for my family? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that was the film Glow on Netflix, which is the women's wrestling drama comedy.
Yeah.
It's very good. Running out of time, so we will do the new digital releases and physical releases. We'll mention those in the podcast.
Nice.
And also probably most of the film news as well. But first, something we have all watched is the trailer for Christopher Nolan's Tenet.
Mm-hmm.
What did we think?
Tobi.
Very intrigued. Very intrigued. I think visually it's going to look amazing, and I think it looks really interesting. I'm very excited. It's got there's a good number of cast in there. Good number of cast. That doesn't.
A good number of cast.
I love a good number of cast, don't you?
Sorry,
I do.
That was terrible. Word.
10. It's my favourite good number of cast.
Really, I would say 12.
Okay.
What I was meant to say is there's quite a few familiar faces in there.
Yes, it's a very good cast.
And you say you think it's good. I think the trailer looks great.
Yeah,
the trailer is fantastic.
The trailer looks really, really cool.
Not dissimilar to the Inception trailer when that came out.
Very Inception vibes.
Yes.
I say.
But of course, the big question. Oh, sorry, Toby, carry on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say I'm looking forward to watching it.
Of course, the big question is where will we be watching it, because it is sticking.
Is that a new feature?
Yeah. Where will we be watching
it?
It is, according to Christopher Nolan and Warner Brothers, it is sticking to its July 16th release date. Cinema release date. Christopher Nolan will not let this be shown on a streaming platform before
hang on, did you say
anywhere
July?
else. Yes. So about 6 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, admittedly, in America, cinemas are starting to open now, so it might, but they are being socially distanced. But yeah, he is the biggest advocate for film and for 70 mil and 35 mil and proper film, not filming on digital. So there's no way he's going to want this shown on a streaming platform first. And he's insisted that the dates has always been the date for this film.
And there's no news today about cinemas either, so it's going to be at least another month before we hear about them.
Yes.
I missed some of that because I disconnected, as I'm going to now.
But don't worry. So I cannot see that over here coming out on time, because we're going to have, it's going to be at least another month before we hear anything about cinemas being open. So I doubt we're going to hear anything.
Yes, I would think. I'm very doubtful. No, I'm very doubtful here. It would be July 16th, and it would be a shame if it comes out everywhere else and he doesn't allow it to be released digitally here, so that we just have to wait 6 months to see it.
Yeah, it's true.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Positive.
Anyway, that is it for this week. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you to Luke.
Thank you. Thank you to Toby.
Thank you, Toby.
Thank you.
Podcast will be available soon now. With the time approaching 8 o'clock, it's time to go over to the Sky Newsroom for the latest national and international news headlines. You are listening to Wycombe Sound online on Radio Player and on 106.6 FM.
Who's got a plane going over them?
That's me again. God, I'm surprised you guys can hear that.
It's his dad coming home from work.
That was very quick.
Just landing the helicopter in the backyard. I thought of you yesterday, Toby. To be honest, we were walking from Bourne End to Cobham,
I know exactly
along the River Thames, and looking at the houses on the other side of the Thames. Wow. Right. I just assumed you live in something like that. No, I know, but I assumed you live in a house like that.
All right, you auditioning for Through the Keyhole? Let's find out who lives in a house like this.
No, I was just being nosy.
Unfortunately, I don't overlook a river. So.
No,
I overlook an estuary.
You're kind of missing the point.
No.
I meant you probably live in a house like that.
Well, I haven't been in those houses, so I don't know.
All right, basically, they were mansions with sweeping staircases outside down to huge backyards backing onto a river. No? Okay.
No. None of that. Sorry.
None of it. He's having none of it. He's having none of it, Duncan.
Are you sure? Welcome back. That was a good Toby-tastic show, wasn't it?
It was a good Toby-tastic.
It was.
Toby-tastic show.
It was.
It was a Toby-tastic show. What we didn't mention in there was new digital and physical releases. We'll just mention what they are because we've reviewed them in full before.
Go for it.
Cats is out on digital release this week. And on physical, Bad Boys for Life and Little Women. So 2 fairly good films there. And Cats.
And Cats as well.
Yeah.
And Cats. Yeah.
Now, one thing that
I would love you to watch it, to be honest. I'd love both of you to watch it.
The problem is, if it was free, if it was on Netflix and I'm not paying anything additional for it, I would give it a go. Yeah. But I'm not going to waste my money on a film I know I'm not going to enjoy.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do exactly the same as Toby.
No, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that logic at all.
Good.
Film news.
Okay.
Just 2 bits.
Go on then. Hit us with it.
Well, there's a lot of new films coming to Netflix in June, and we've put the list on our Facebook page, so you can look there. But there's some really good films. Another big theatrical film has gone straight to streaming. What's the one? Artemis Fowl is the big Disney film that's going straight to Disney Plus, skipping theatrical release. The World War II submarine war film Greyhound, starring Tom Hanks, which was going to be a big theatrical release for June, is going straight to streaming. Unfortunately, it's going to Apple TV. Which I don't know anyone apart from my friend who works for Apple.
Who
I don't
has
know
Apple
anyone
TV?
who's got Apple TV.
But then, if you have an Apple device, do you not get Apple TV thrown in?
No, you have to. I think at the moment,
Yeah.
if you're buying a new device, you get a year's free subscription.
Right.
But I mean, I've got 3 Apple products. I'd have to pay a subscription.
I just feel like because Apple's devices are so... they don't hold the majority of the computer buying market. I feel like it's just another thing, isn't it? It's just another streaming site. I don't really know where I was going with that, but carry on.
I've got no idea.
No,
I mean, you don't have to have an iPhone or an iPad or
No.
a Mac to get Apple TV.
That I know. Yes.
You buy the Apple TV box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But you can't. So can you get it on like a smart TV?
No idea because I don't use a smart TV.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I
would imagine not, but who knows?
just gonna because again, then you're buying into the Apple.
Yes.
You're not just buying.
All right, we're moving on because this is just going to turn into you having another diatribe about Apple, which we know you hate because Samsung's the best and Apple products are crap.
No, I don't
So,
think that's true at all. I think
do.
that Apple are very good. They're just very expensive. But if you can't, which I think you can, so I've just checked, you can, like Netflix, go to Apple TV and just watch a film. I think, which is fine. Then that's completely fine. I thought if you
What do you mean? You can just go and watch a film?
So Apple TV, you can just watch, like, you can go to netflix.com, you can go to tv.apple.com, and you can watch, for example, Defending Jacob.
Yeah, but you have to subscribe.
Yes, but I thought it was...
You can't watch it for free.
No, I thought it was just locked into if you have an Apple TV box.
No, it's got nothing. No. But you have to subscribe to Apple TV.
Yeah.
And the fact is, they've got less original product than Disney.
Yeah, we're just saying something.
And Disney have got very little.
Little,
So, yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
Anyway, Greyhound, which is a big release starring Tom Hanks,
If you have
will
it.
be going straight to Apple TV.
Mm.
That was like pulling teeth. And finally, there's been a year's worth of Twitter speculation about the Snider cut of Justice League.
Oh,
So
yes,
Justice League
yeah.
is a
Oh, yeah,
terrible
I saw
DC
this.
film, and everyone said there's a 4-hour Zack
Cut.
Snyder version because obviously he left the film and somebody else finished it. Warner Brothers have always said there's no such thing, but guess what?
There's a thing.
There is.
There is such a thing,
Wow.
and they are going to release the Snyder Cut as a mini-series on HBO Max, which is HBO's streaming service in America.
They're doing it as a series.
Yeah, because it's 4 hours long.
Right.
I think they're going to split it into a series. No plans for anyone to show it here, although Sky Atlantic does have an output deal with HBO,
Okay.
so it might be on there.
I would imagine.
I can't see how it's going to be that much better than the original terrible
No.
film, but who knows?
Every day is Christmas Day.
Well, not so much in this case because we have all seen Justice League, so
True.
we know how terrible it is. What could make it good?
More footage.
Better CGI.
Yeah, see, it's not going to have better CGI, is
No,
it?
if anything, it's going to have worse.
It's
This is
going to
an
have
earlier copy of it.
yeah, it's going to have more Zack Snyder bits. So
Yeah.
maybe there was a lot that he directed that didn't make the final cut because he was taken off of it or he left because of family problems. So maybe there's just more stuff.
Just
Who
more
knows?
stuff.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway, it might be on Sky Atlantic. On the other hand, it might not.
Good.
But if you're in America, you can watch it from next month. So
Good.
that's exciting.
Okay, that's very good.
That's it. That's all the film stuff. Good night.
No. We've got lots of other things to talk about this week, unlike last
Okay.
week.
Like?
The first thing was MasterChef.
Celebrity Master.
Celebrity MasterChef, which you mentioned and then didn't know it. I have found the image and I will put it on screen right now. So, do you want to
It's not there.
No, so for people watching, not us.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
You have your own copy,
I do, yeah.
Duncan. So start.
Should I type it in?
Yeah, look for it. It's on MasterChef UK's Twitter, Toby. You'll find the image. So first one.
Well, I can get. First one is John Barnes,
Yeah.
England footballer. Know that.
Yes, well done.
Second one is Bag of Chips, who was in RuPaul's Drag Race. This from here.
Ding.
Third one is Felicity. I don't know who she is.
I don't know who she is either.
She is Felicity Montague, star of This time with Alan Partridge, and I do actually now I know that
yes.
I do know who she is.
Ding.
Number 4 is Lady LeSure.
Sounds familiar.
I haven't got a clue. Just says she's a singer.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Gethin Jones.
Gethin is Gethin Jones, who did he present Blue Peter?
He was on Blue Peter. Yeah, he was my Blue Peter.
Yeah. Judy is obviously Judy Murray.
Yeah.
Shaiko.
No.
She stars in Death in Paradise, apparently, on BBC One.
She's in the new series, and I haven't seen the new series.
Okay. Riyadh, or I'm not sure.
Riyadh?
Or Riyadh, whatever. His name is Riyadh Khalaf. He just says he's a broadcaster, so don't know. Phil, I did know who Phil was, and so should you.
Yeah. Is it Phil Daniels?
It is Phil Daniels, star of Quadrophenia, EastEnders, and of course...
Park Life.
Park Life Video.
Yeah.
Amar...
He looks familiar. Is he a broadcaster?
It just says a presenter. I don't know what he presents, but he's a presenter. Judy...
Again, looks familiar.
Judy Love. She's a stand-up comedian and loose woman panelist.
Okay.
Well, I have no idea. Dom is obviously...
Rogue Traeger's...
Dom Littlewood.
Yeah.
Sam...
No.
Is Sam Queck, the gold medal winning hockey player.
Yes.
Pete, another one I didn't recognise.
He is from Chelsea or Essex or something. Towie, yeah.
Yeah, Pete Wicks. He's from Towie. Thomas Skinner apparently was on The Apprentice.
No.
Miles, we obviously recognise because he was in...
I'm a Slow to Get Me Out of Here.
And we could have guessed that he was going to be on this. And in fact, I think... I think we mentioned this at the time.
Did, yeah.
Because he was the cook on I'm a Celebrity. Jeff, we know, is Jeff Brazier, who was married to...
Jade Goody.
Jade Goody, correct, yes. Karen.
Loving her hair.
Loving her hair. Karen is Karen Gibson. She is the conductor of the King's Choir, who sang at Harry and Meghan's wedding.
Yeah.
Sir Matthew is obviously Sir Matthew Pinson.
He looks very different from when I last saw him.
Mm-hmm. And Chrissy is Chrissy Rock, who was an actress.
There we go.
So there you go. There's no A-listers there, let's be honest. No.
I mean...
No.
No. But then does MasterChef normally have A-listers?
There's usually someone big-ish. I mean, they've got someone big-ish. They've got Dom Littlewood, but...
He's quite small, isn't he?
He's quite chunky.
Wow. You're one to
Look,
talk.
he's talking.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, there you go. That is Celebrity MasterChef. Starts next month. All filmed before lockdown, so all 24 episodes will be available.
I bet MasterChef are glad they got that done first.
Oh, yes.
Do you think... Because they're normally not that... I wouldn't imagine they were that far behind lockdown starting. Unless...
They probably finished a sort of month before.
I bet they're going, just quickly, we need to do it every day, we know it's coming, just get it done.
Yeah. No, I think they probably finished about a month before.
Yeah.
Anyway, Toby looks thrilled because I bet he watches MasterChef all the time.
I don't, unfortunately.
I
don't watch Bake Off either.
Oh, Bake Off Professionals, back tomorrow night. Channel 4. Anything else, Mr. Davis?
Just trying to think if we mentioned anything in the show that we'd talk about.
Nope. Film news, we did.
Did that.
Releases, we did. Tick, tick.
Tick, tick.
Celebrity MasterChef, tick. Nothing to do with films, but what the heck?
We've got literally nothing else to talk about.
No, and next week, release-wise, very thin on the ground,
I've
got to say.
Oh, dear.
So do you know what? I am going to try... So, Luke, no, what's the other one's name? Toby. The Last Dance, you haven't watched it yet?
I haven't, no.
Right, so can we just say... And you, Luke.
Okay.
What is it called?
The Last Dance. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Can we say that we will watch this for next week?
Yes, we will.
Oh, the whole series?
Yeah, the whole series. How many episodes is it?
I don't know.
Please
I think they're like an hour each. I think it's quite a long documentary.
Oh. What was it? The Last Dance?
The Last Dance, yes.
Do you know what I find is really weird that's on Netflix?
What?
Americans Got Talent.
Well, they sell the rights.
I know, but it's just like... it's 10 episodes and they are 50 minutes long.
Right, let's say we'll watch the first 5.
Okay. I'll definitely watch them.
We'll say we'll watch the first 5, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's not too bad. That's doable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
I will
I mean,
try
I'm not
my
sure.
hardest.
Yeah.
Some of
No,
us
it's
are-
only 8 episodes. No, it's not. You're right. It's 10
10,
episodes.
thank
You're
you.
right.
I know my Roman
10.
numerals.
Apparently, the last two
Okay.
apparently are amazing. Apparently.
Let's just watch the last two.
Okay. Let's just watch the first 5 and see how we go. Who knows?
Tell you what,
We
you
might
watch
love
the
it
first-
and plow
you
through all
watch the-
10.
You watch the first 3. Luke will watch the middle 3, and I'll watch the last 4.
Right, Toby, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're all going to watch the first 5. For once, I have now caught up on our podcast, okay?
Right.
And there is a running theme. There's a
But
running
I like
theme
the
in our
running
podcast.
joke. It's great.
The running
I've got-
joke is we say what we're going to watch, and then neither of you bloody watch it.
No, okay. 5 episodes of The Last Dance, and also I need to watch Citizen Kane again.
Yes.
Hey,
you do.
what?
Yes, so that's you sorted. Luke, 5 episodes of Last Dance, please.
Yeah, okay. I will try
And-
my
thank-
hardest to watch 5.
And you,
Thank you.
Duncan,
Sex
5
Education.
episodes.
If we're doing it, you have
And-
to watch 5 episodes of Sex
No,
Education.
I've got to do normal people.
And Sex Education.
I can't do both.
You can
Why
do
not?
Sex again next week. Or
I shall do normal people.
Okay.
And just to also mention to people that Snowpiercer was released onto Netflix today.
okay.
That is the TV version of the Bong Joon-ho, who directed Parasite. One of his previous films was Snowpiercer, which was brilliant. This is a TV adaptation of that. Not sure if it's going to be great, but the first 2 episodes are on Netflix now.
Very nice.
Nice.
There you go. Getting back on track.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm going to watch Normal People and the first 5 episodes of The Last Dance.
You broke up when we were talking about it, so let's just very quickly go back to it. Tenant. Do you think it will
Tenet.
Tenet.
Stop. No, not
David,
Tenet.
David
Not David.
Tennant.
All right, let's get this right. It's Tenet.
Yes,
No,
that film.
David.
David, do you think it will be in the cinemas? Over
Or was I
here?
breaking up?
You were breaking up.
Not. I don't think it will be here. It will be released in cinemas in America, and he won't release it on streaming here, and we will probably have to wait 6 months to see
Yeah.
it.
So it is the 25th of May.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
So
So in
on-
about a month and a half, they're expecting to release it.
And they haven't mentioned anything today about
cinemas.
About cinemas. Now, I don't think the next official sort of review is until the 30th, which obviously is in 5 days' time. So there might be something more about cinemas. I
can't see it.
Do you not? Even though they're opening
No.
like non-retail shops.
Yeah, because they're opening non-retail shops, and the non-retail shops are still going to have social distancing
Yeah.
in place. And if a cinema is going to open and a 200-seat cinema only has 50 people in it,
There's no point really.
there's no point, because by the time they've paid the staff and everybody, they're not going to fill the screens. If they're not going to fill the screens, they're better off keeping them shut. So
Yeah.
I don't see how they can physically do it.
I'm surprised they've not somehow, it's 2020. I'm surprised they've not done some sort of like.
It's actually 2026.
What?
Can you see that? Can you hear that dust turning, Duncan?
Luke said it's 2020. I said, no, it's actually 2026.
Because that's the time.
It's 26 minutes past 8, Toby.
It's gonna get-
Oh,
It was a joke, but obviously if I have to explain it, it didn't work.
no,
so let's
it really
move on.
didn't. I'm surprised they haven't done some sort of way of like private, if that's the way to use it, online screenings.
Well, no, they can't. They can do that, but Phil, the whole point of Tenet is he will not let
I
that
know,
be shown
I know.
anywhere other than the cinema.
But I'm saying I'm surprised the Cineworlds and other cinema chains haven't sort of said, look, on this day you can buy a ticket for £10 and we're going to show in full HD, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, Endgame, for example. I'm surprised they haven't done anything like that.
I don't think that's a whole, because Cineworld don't have an online screening presence. That
No.
would have meant setting something up from scratch.
Yeah.
Which
But
they
then-
wouldn't have had time to do. There are some
they had 10
drive-in
weeks.
cinemas opening in the UK.
Okay, where should we drive
I'm not
to?
sure. I saw it on the news that there are drive-in cinemas opening,
Okay,
because obviously that's a lot easier to social distance.
distance. Yeah, you
Just
should.
sit in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
and
never
then
been to a drive-through
you-
cinema.
You tune into the. I think they put the waveform or whatever.
Yeah. And
And
you
you
tune
tune
in and
into
listen to
that
it on your
and
car
then-
radio.
yeah.
Obviously
That's
not ideal
No.
visually or audibly, but it's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Bye.
What are we up to for this week? Anything planned?
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Same as someone else.
I'm
Absolutely nothing.
still doing Wycombe Sound bits, so
But I mean, the good thing is, because we're locked inside all day, we've got no excuse not to watch these things, have we?
I'm working still.
Yeah, I know, but you've still got lots of time to watch things.
Yeah, kind of.
Toby, no excuse whatsoever.
That's fair enough.
Toby, don't give up to him. Fight back.
No, it's true. It's but
right.
say for me, I can't come back to you next week and say I didn't have time to watch Normal People.
You have too much time, to be honest. I've seen your
Exactly.
Facebook.
Exactly. I've got
The sun's out. I've got to go out and enjoy the sun.
There we go. Well,
Okay.
that was a strong comeback, Toby. Well done.
All right then. Well, I'll see you next week.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for listening and watching,
See ya.
everybody.
Try and sound a little bit more enthused, Luke. Pretend it's the end of a night of passion. You know, woohoo! Yeah.
That was one of the highlights of this week's show. We will be back next week with.
He said that at the end of a night of passion as well. Oh, that was one of the highlights of the week.
Very good. Very good.
Right then. Until next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.